Welcome to another episode of Reasonably Shady. I am Gizelle Bryant.
What's up? What's up? This is Robyn Dixon. Thank you for being here with us once again.
Once again today.
Yes.
It's a great day today. I feel good about life.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, good. You always feel good about life.
I know.
Do you ever? I've never experienced you have like
a bad day.
A bad day. Like a.
I have bad days.
You know, I mean, you'll have stuff that like upsets you or whatever.
Right.
But like, I don't know. You're never like down.
No.
Yeah.
Who's got time for that?
I mean, not that you have time for that. Sometimes you just can't help it. You can't control
true.
it. You know?
So when stuff happens that upsets me, I like process it and deal with it.
Yeah.
And then I let it go.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yeah.
So I guess that helps with my bad days.
I guess so.
Yeah. And then like,
Nice.
you know, when you have bad days, like your skin doesn't look right, you know, and my mother always said, if you have lipstick on, you have a good day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
That's what my mama said. Yeah. Just put some lipstick on, girl. You feel better.
Yeah. Okay.
You know how, somebody said that like her mom would always tell her like to get dressed. Like
Right.
get dressed and put like heels on and then you'll feel better.
That'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
I
always
agree
say
with
lipstick.
that. I agree with that.
You agree with the heels?
Well, I agree with like getting dressed makes you feel better.
Yeah.
You know, not that I get dressed, but I can say when I do get dressed.
You do get dressed occasionally.
Yeah. Occasionally. Yeah. But when I do get dressed, I do feel better.
True.
Or you just feel more like energized and alive. You have more purpose and all of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, versus just like sitting around in some sweats.
Totally.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
like the whole sit around and sweats thing. But lips be popping. If the lips are popping, you're feeling good about
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
All right.
Anyway, okay, we have a lot of things to discuss, Robyn Dixon.
Yeah.
A lot. People out here in these streets be acting cuckoo.
Okay.
Yes. Do you have a shady moment that doesn't involve thievery? Doesn't involve your whole family going to jail for forks
Can
or
we go to
knives?
jail for that? I don't think we can.
For steal? Well,
That's not stealing. We paid for our salad.
okay. Do you think that everyone pays for, speaking of, you know, breaking the law,
Okay.
self-checkout? Let's discuss.
Yeah.
Do you think everyone pays for all the food in their cart?
I think some people steal. I
Okay.
do not, however.
I was just going to say, well, some
Okay,
people,
no. Yeah.
you.
Oh, is that what it was?
No, I do not. But it's
Yeah.
very much an honor system.
It is. That definitely is. But, you know, nowadays I've seen the people kind of standing over watching. And I
Totally.
think like they're like maybe they have cameras that are like counting kind of. I don't know. Like, I don't.
Maybe.
It is still an honor system. So no, I do not do that.
Okay, good.
Okay. I pay for what I buy, or I pay for everything that I take out of the store.
Yes, good.
Because I never want to be that one where they're like, excuse me, can I check your bag, please?
Yeah. I don't like at Whole Foods especially, there's always someone helping.
Yeah.
I think she's helping. She's not checking to see if I'm stealing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've even had instances where like, say you have a case of water under the cart.
Right.
And I'm in the checkout with the person and the person is checking me out. And then I walk out and I get almost to my car and I notice like, oh shit, they forgot to scan the water.
Yes.
And I'll go back and say,
Yeah.
hey, I
so
forgot to.
that happened to me one time. I did not go back.
Okay.
My water was free that day. But I justified it in my mind. I'm like, I'm at this, because it was a Safeway. I was like, I'm at the Safeway all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
I've given them so much of my money.
Right.
And
Very
I
true.
don't steal.
Yeah. So it's like a reward.
It was a coupon.
Yeah. You just use your reward points.
Anyway, okay. I have a shady moment. So, I was traveling recently.
Okay.
And I was going to a small town, and I was coming from New York, whatever. Anyway, I'm in a taxi. I'm not in an Uber.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I feel like taxi drivers, more so than Uber drivers, feel like they want to spark a conversation.
You think so?
They want to chit chat.
More so than Uber drivers? I disagree, but
You disagree?
okay. Yeah.
Well, this particular taxi driver was like, I want to chit chat.
Okay.
And he was an older gentleman, and everything he said was like like an old school, not slang, but it was like a slogan, like,
okay,
she fit to be tied.
Right.
Yeah, like things like that.
Okay.
So he says, young lady, where are you coming from? And I said, New York, actually. He was like, oh, what you doing in New York? I said, you're from New York? And I was just like, I was in Manhattan. He's like, oh, yeah, the big city of Manhattan. So what's bringing you to this small town? I said, I'm just visiting. Oh, okay. Then it was silent.
You didn't want to give him any info.
Okay, wait. So it was silent for like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Then he comes back. So you're just visiting? You're just visiting? And I feel like this is intrusive. I feel like you are asking me questions that are actually none of your business.
Right.
Why am I supposed to give you this information because you're driving me down the street? Mind you, you're not doing this for free. I'm going to pay you.
Right.
So why do I need to tell you my business?
You need to stick to Uber and select the option that says
don't talk?
No conversation. Yes.
Is that an option?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't?
My Uber drivers don't talk to me.
Really?
Never.
Mine do.
Oh, have you selected no talking?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't select that.
I just felt like saying, like, dude, like, just because I'm in your car, this is not. So then he proceeds to tell me, this is how I know he does this with everybody.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I had a young lady last week, and there was an accident, and she had ordered a car service.
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to fly to New York.
Mm-hmm.
There was an accident. She couldn't it was rain or something, so they canceled her flight. Then she hired a car service. Car service couldn't get to her on time. She wanted to go see her son before he went to the military for this war that we're having for 2 years. Okay. So long story short, he says, yep, somehow she got me. and I drove her 7 hours.
Oh my God.
And I drove 7 hours back. And she just needs to see her son. So, okay. So all of this.
Oh my God.
Now you're telling me about somebody else's life.
Right.
And I don't even know you, sir. I've met you all of 10 seconds. Stop. Don't you know I'm the girl? I don't want to talk.
This is like the highlight of his day. Like, this is why he does what he does, because he loves to drive people around and talk to people and meet people from different walks of life and learn about where they came from and learn about where they're going. And this is why he drives the taxi.
So once I started giving him one word answers, he realized, okay, she's not talking.
She's not talking.
So
okay.
So this is what
got the point.
This is what he no.
Okay.
He wasn't done. So he decided,
okay,
I'm going to give her the history lesson of like the houses that were passing by. So he's like, in 1974, that house right there was underwater, and now it's not. And you know, the county didn't want to build this bridge.
Oh my
God! But they had so many debates, and they decided to build the bridge. I mean, it was like, sir,
that's enough. Yeah,
stop it!
That's what I say. That's enough.
Stop talking to me. I don't like people. I don't like talking. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, you can.
I'm done.
Look, if he was like, yeah, Rihanna came through.
Yeah.
And
I'd be like, give me more.
Right.
Because that's actually interesting. But this little small talk nonsense about things that I don't care about, please stop. And stop asking me questions about my life. So then we passed a place that I have been before. And I was like, oh, yeah, I've been there. Oh, yeah. Well, what were you doing there? You know what? You can't give this guy an inch.
Oh, my gosh.
So I just want to put a PSA. You know how I told like the birds to leave me alone?
Yeah.
Any car that I get in, don't talk to me.
Don't talk to you.
Yes.
Okay. Unless you speak to them.
Unless I ask.
Yeah.
Hey. But I always ask for them to turn the music on.
Right.
I need a buffer. All right. Anyway, what is your shady moment?
Oh gosh, you know what? To be honest, I don't really have one.
You don't?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I can't think of one. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Well, I guess you'll give us one next year. Okay. So I mean next week?
Next week.
Next week. Okay.
Yeah,
so listen.
I'm taking I'll be going out of town, so I'm sure I'll have some.
You have some stuff. Okay.
shady
So
moments on that.
we have a new segment that you don't know anything about.
Okay.
You know what the segment is called?
No.
IG, so Instagram Chronicles.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. It's coming up. Here we go.
Instagram Chronicles.
Instagram Chronicles.
Okay.
Okay. So this here says Madonna is 65.
Mm-hmm.
Her boyfriend is 27. Cher is 77.
Uh-huh.
Her boyfriend is 35.
Okay.
Still single? Relax. Your boyfriend isn't even born yet. I read that and I was like, they're speaking to me.
Right.
They are talking to me.
Okay, let's see. So Madonna's 65.
Her boyfriend's 20.
And your boyfriend's 27.
So that's, how many years is that? That's
38.
38.
Okay.
Cher's is 77 and 35. So that's 42.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well,
my boyfriend's not born.
He's born. He's just like in elementary school.
But if I'm 77, but once I get to 77,
okay.
Right? So he might not be born.
Yeah. I mean, if that's like a 40 A 40. Okay, so Cher.
Yeah.
That's a 42-year age difference.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So your boyfriend, that when you're 65,
yes.
when you meet your boyfriend, he's going to be...
He's in elementary school right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if let's say Juan, God forbid, passed away tomorrow, would you take on a young lover?
What is the segment? What is the segment?
The segment is called Instagram be wildin' out.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We'll move
so
on.
The segment is I see something on Instagram and talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But I want to know, would you want a younger dude?
Oh. I think I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Or would you want somebody old, your age or older?
I don't think I want an older person.
Right.
Yeah.
You want like a nice hot stud.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think a younger person would be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
This segment I'm realizing is called Instagram is Speaking to Me. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
I'm going to read another one.
Okay.
It says, my teenager is calling me to ask me to please pay her back because she bought something with her own money.
Yeah.
That happens to me on a daily basis.
Yes.
Do your kids ask you to pay them because they've spent their own? Do your kids have their own money? Would they have money?
They get an allowance.
Okay.
It's not very much.
Okay.
And they'll get money, if it's like for birthdays. They don't really so they get an allowance. They get $50 a month.
Right.
That's nothing. And then they'll get money for like birthdays. That's about it.
So have they ever spent their money?
Yeah.
And then they say, pay me back for what they bought something for them, right?
Right.
And they're like, Mom, I need you to pay me back.
Yeah. Or they'll be like, so say like Corey spends his birthday money and he'll be like, yeah, I bought, I bought some shoes, so I don't have any money. So can you buy me more shoes? You know what I mean? Like,
okay. Grace is like, Ma, I got my nails done. Can you pay me back?
right.
No, little girl, I cannot. Why?
No.
Why would I pay you for that?
Right.
Angel's like, Mom, so I think I need like, she bought like sheets and stuff for school.
Right.
She's like, well, can you pay me back? So I did pay her back for that because it's for school.
Yeah.
But if they get their nails done, if they eat, like they be out eating.
Oh, right. Oh yeah. And I'm sure they think you should pay them back for that.
I'm like, so your belly's full.
Right.
But I'm supposed to pay you back. But they're working. My kids are working.
Right.
They have good
So this is their money that they earned.
that they've spent on themselves.
Right.
And I'm supposed to pay them back. Like, make it make sense.
When
does this work?
That's not how it works.
No,
my kids they'll make bets with each other with money that they don't have.
So
and then when the other one doesn't pay up, they're like, Mom, this is Carter. Corey owes me $82.
Yeah. And
can you give it to me?
No,
I said Corey needs to go figure out how to find $82.
Yes.
And give it to you.
Yes. Yeah, I don't like any of it. So
Yeah.
I just want to tell all the teenagers, suck it.
Yeah.
Now let's get to Chipotle.
Okay.
Because this was also something I decided I wanted to talk about.
This is Instagram Chronicles.
This Instagram
segment?
Chronicles, Chipotle. So the CEO of Chipotle, am I saying that right? Chipotle?
You sound like my mom. My mom calls it Chipotle.
He issued a statement after customers have been complaining about portion sizes being smaller.
Okay, yeah, we do need to talk about this.
Okay, so I'm not a Chipotle girl. I used to be back in the day, but I'm not any longer.
Yeah.
But I do know that their burritos years ago were the biggest things I've ever seen.
Yes.
To the point where they need to be smaller.
Exactly.
Nobody can eat all this shit.
Exactly. Why is anyone complaining about the portion sizes at Chipotle? I do not understand. They feel, first of all, and I don't agree with, I don't know. I go to Chipotle.
Yeah.
My kids eat Chipotle. They still give you what you asked for.
Okay.
I'm not like, oh, this is different. They still fill your bowl and your burrito up full of rice.
Yeah.
And a freaking 2 pounds of rice. They still give you all this meat, all these beans. I don't know what they're talking about. Why do we need more food than this?
Okay, so wait. Keith Lee?
Yeah.
He came out and said that the portion sizes were getting smaller at Chipotle. And he has a huge following.
Right.
And everybody, whatever he says about food is gospel.
Right.
And we love Keith Lee. Yeah, he's blessing the people.
Yeah.
I do. Have we ever spoken about him?
Did we speak? We probably have.
Okay, so anyway, he's on. He critiques restaurants, and he typically gives a big donation to that restaurant after he critiques it, and that restaurant is like put on blast and everybody goes.
Right.
Okay, so he's doing the Lord's work.
Yes.
He said Chipotle is getting chintzy out here, and they need to stop like giving people less food.
Right.
But I want Chipotle to give people less food. It's
too much. But you know, it's so funny when I walked in with my kids, Carter was like, okay, so they say if you hold your phone up like you're videoing them while they're making your bowl,
yeah,
they'll give you more food. So let's try it.
So he did that?
He did it, but
nobody cared?
Yeah, nobody cared.
Well, they say if you ask for more, they'll give you more.
Well, no, then they'll if you ask for more meat, then they'll charge you. They'll say, "Oh, that's double."
Oh, they will charge you.
They'll charge you double.
Oh,
but you can ask for more beans and more rice and more.
But you can't ask for more meat.
Yeah, more meat. They'll charge you for it.
Okay.
But I think you can say if the portion size looks a little off, you can be like, "Hey, that's a little skimpy." Can you, and they'll like,
"Can you hook me up?"
But who needs to eat all that food? I don't understand.
It's a lot.
Those
burritos are huge.
Yeah, it's a lot of food.
So Angel and Adore would get one, and they would split it.
Oh wow!
And they still couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
So, but no one I know can eat a full burrito from Chipotle.
Right, or like a whole bowl.
Or a whole bowl in one sitting.
Yeah. I'll ask them like, okay, can you just give me a little bit of rice?
Right, it's too much.
Yeah. I do feel like their chicken is different. I don't know what they're doing different to it.
It tastes different.
Yeah, tastes different. The texture is different.
Oh.
It's like, I don't know.
That could be what Keith was talking about.
Maybe
they doing different things out here.
Yeah, maybe the chicken is not the same, and I'm not being biased or complaining.
Okay,
it's just,
well, the chicken world is on notice anyway.
Yeah,
just from Gizelle.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
You say you don't eat chicken.
I try not to.
Yeah,
they pump it up with antibiotics, and I'm into chia seed at this point. Okay, so on the Instagram it says we need to discuss this. This is breaking news.
Yeah,
Evelyn Lozada.
Okay. And
Jackie Christie. If y'all don't know who those people are, they're on Basketball Wives, and Basketball Wives is now filming another season.
Is it airing and filming, or just airing?
Are they airing?
I've seen.
Oh, they're now airing.
They're airing.
You're right. Okay, they're airing.
Okay.
So apparently, Evelyn says that Jackie was arrested for prostitution and has at least 15 different aliases.
I don't believe that.
So this is the issue with this. For me,
she hired what I saw from like the highlights. She hired a PI.
Yeah,
I don't believe that though.
Jackie Christie has been on Basketball Wives for maybe like 20 years now.
Right.
So we're just now finding out this information.
Yeah,
I find this hard to believe.
Right. That's why I'm like,
just off the mere fact that she's been out there too long. We would have known this already.
Yeah. She's been out there, and then it said something. Did it say something about she's been married multiple? I don't know. Well. And she's been with her husband prior to that, and he was an NBA player. It's just like, I don't know. It's just, I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I don't know. Anyway, Megan Good came out.
Yeah.
This is not on Instagram. And said that Tyler Perry paid her the most money.
Okay.
She went to him with the number. Because, in the entertainment world, you are offered a salary.
Right.
Or offered a number.
Right.
And you have to always figure out what your threshold of negotiation is.
Right.
My threshold is always suck it, suckers. Just kidding. Okay. But I'm always like, look, if it doesn't work out, I can just, be home and eat ice cream.
Right.
And I'm cool with that.
Right.
So sometimes a lot of people just don't want to negotiate because they don't want to ruffle feathers. They don't want to feel like, they're causing some sort of controversy.
Right.
And they don't want to feel like they're not appreciative.
Right. Or they think, okay, if I push too much, then they'll go find someone else who's not pushing.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was happening loud and proud in the industry years ago.
Mm-hmm,
well, it probably still happens now.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Megan gave her number to Tyler, and he's Tyler Perry, and he said, absolutely, you deserve that. And she's got paid the most from Tyler. And everyone says that. And I'm just trying to figure out why Tyler has not called me, because I would like a Tyler Perry job. Well, I think I've said this on this podcast 17 times.
Have you? No, you haven't.
5 at least.
This might be the first time I've heard this.
Second. Okay, second time. I'm like, no, because I said Tyler Perry does all of these church movies. Why can't I be the first lady?
Right.
I was actually a first lady
once
upon a time.
Send him a message on Instagram and give him your number.
Well, I think you have to audition.
Some people, but he might say, okay, come for an audition.
I don't have to audition.
What?
I know the role.
Okay.
I can step back into my first lady's shoes.
Okay.
And I will be great. Anyway, I don't mind auditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I want to get a Tyler Perry job.
Okay.
Just so I can feel like, you know what? He paid me what I was
what
worth.
you asked. Okay.
No, what I was, because he told her, this is what you're worth.
Okay.
Or this is what you should be getting.
Okay.
That's what I want to have those conversations with Tyler Perry.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think
I'm
you should
done,
send him a
Robyn.
message.
You know what? I am. I'm going to get my people to call his people.
Yep.
All right, we're moving
Yep.
on. Okay, so I did want to talk about Justin Timberlake and Tiger Woods. Have you heard about their collab?
No.
So Justin, let's just put this in perspective.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake
Mm-hmm.
just recently got a DUI, all the things, or got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger Woods, we do understand his past.
Mm-hmm.
He got hit upside the head with a golf club. He had a DUI or two.
Mm-hmm.
They're opening up a bar in Scotland.
In Scotland?
In Scotland.
What?
Yes, they're opening up a bar in Scotland.
Random?
It's so random. Who knew they were even friends?
I heard Scotland has some good golf courses.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
For Tiger Woods, yeah.
And
Justin Timberlake golfs.
He golfs. But then open bar?
Yeah.
Right. So what do we call the bar? I was thinking we call the bar Timberwood.
That's cute.
Yes.
Okay.
Some of the comments were calling the bar DUI.
Okay. That's not cute.
Because we don't want people leaving and getting DUIs. Okay.
Right.
But like, if
like
this
Timberwood.
happened, do you like Timberwood?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm just confused. Like, why? Sometimes people
it's so rando.
do stuff that's just so random,
But I
and
think,
so unnecessary.
yeah, like, are they bored?
Right.
Like, shouldn't they be concentrating on their game?
In Scotland, of all places?
Scotland.
You sure it's not Scottsdale, Arizona?
Okay. Hold on. This is on TMZ. This is TMZ. It says Scotland. It says Scotland. A new saloon in
Mm-hmm.
Scotland. Yeah. In Scotland, not Scottsdale, Arizona. They
Okay.
call bar saloons.
Yeah.
They do?
I don't know. They call a lot of things different. They call the toilet, the bathroom,
Yeah.
the loo.
Or toilet.
Or toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Loo?
have to go to the loo or the toilet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you say 10-1?
No.
Okay.
That's more of like a production thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize it, but I even though it's a production thing, I thought that like the world knew what 10-1 was.
Okay.
They don't.
No, I never knew what 10-1 was. I never heard 10-1 until filming Potomac, and the producers, like, if we're like, oh, we got to go to the bathroom, they're like, in their mic, Robyn's got a 10-1. I wonder if that's like a military thing, though. That sounds very military.
Yeah, but I have said 10-1, and people are like, don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never 10-2.
No.
No, you cannot 10-2. So I know I've said this before, but like, so production comes into your homes.
Yeah.
And I've always told production, you cannot 10-2 in my house.
Right.
So you better 10-2 somewhere else. You better find somewhere else to 10-2.
Right.
If y'all don't know what 10-2 is, you can figure it out. All right. So Rihanna is going to replace Charlize Theron and become the new face of Dior.
Oh, I like that.
Don't you think this is a conflict of interest for Rihanna?
No. Why?
Dior has makeup. She has Fenty.
Okay, but is it Dior clothing? If it's just Dior clothing.
So Charlize was the face from what I understand, it was perfume.
Perfume.
So
yeah, Rihanna has perfume.
right. I'm thinking it's a little conflict of interest here.
Maybe it's not necessarily replacing Charlize, and she's doing clothing.
She's doing clothing, but she has clothing. I think that this is not. She hasn't thought this out. I don't think Rihanna needs this. I think she should say no.
I mean, she doesn't need it, but it's like if Dior came to me and was like, "Oh, you want to be our new face?"
Right? But you don't have the makeup, the clothes, the perfume.
Well, what clothes does she have?
Savage.
The lingerie? That's not a conflict with Dior. What? That's a conflict with Fashion Nova. What are we talking about?
Wait a minute. I ain't no shade to Fashion Nova, but I got 4 things to say about Fashion Nova.
Okay, 4.
Cause I have Fashion Nova things, and my kids are they love some Fashion Nova.
Yeah.
So there's a girl I know, you know her too. And I was like, she had put on a dress and the tag was still in the dress. And I was like, oh girl, you got your tag in the dress. And so she was like,
She sent it back to Fashion Nova.
I can't wait. No. So she said, oh, you can take it off. I said, no, I'm just going to tuck it in just in case you want to send this back.
Right.
I said that kind of as a joke, but not really. She said, oh, well, no, I don't need to send anything back. I'm an ambassador for Fashion Nova. I just want her to know it's not really a flex.
It's not a flex.
You can get legit, like Fashion Nova costs $8.49.
Right.
You can get an entire outfit for the entire summer for under $200. Okay.
Right.
So for you to be like, oh, I'm an endorser for Fashion Nova, that's not a flex.
No.
I'm sorry. Dior, if you are the face of Dior, that's a flex.
Yes.
That is a flex.
So if I'm Rihanna,
yes,
I don't care what lingerie I have and Fenty and all of that, I am going to be the face of Dior.
Thank you. Okay, me too.
Yes.
No matter of fact, I take everything back I just said about Rihanna. Everything. Rihanna, do you, boo?
Because trust me, Rihanna will sell. She will be Dior, and she will still sell her Fenty makeup
without blinking. And now her hair.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. We've
I don't
got
know
some
about the hair, but okay.
Yeah, I'm not really here for the hair, but I'm here for the sacred hair. Okay, so we haven't in a very long time read some. Is it reasonable or is it shady?
Yes.
Have we? We have not.
We haven't.
Okay.
And you guys send them to us.
Yes.
Please.
And somebody said that we lied and we don't really get a lot of messages, right?
Well, no, they said we read messages from the same people.
Only
the
from
Ollie Hawkins.
Ollie Hawkins. We love the Ollie Hawkins family. Stop hating. Okay. Anyway, hi. This is from Ty McMurray. Hi, ladies. Okay. So is it reasonable or is it shady? Okay. This is shady.
Okay.
So I have 3 daughters.
Yeah.
And they're all going to college.
Yeah.
And my daughter, who has already been to college, Grace, she applied for her housing 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Or before she even left the school.
Yeah.
So maybe like in March.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like confirmed.
Right.
Right? 2 weeks ago, they said she don't have housing.
What?
Not only does she not have housing, but 600 other children don't have housing.
Why?
I don't effing know.
What?
And they're sending out links for off-campus housing.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, make it make sense.
Are they overcrowded?
They're like, we have to take care of our freshmen.
Oh, wow.
What? So the long and the short of it is, don't make. Okay, I put her father on that. I'm just gonna, because I don't want to talk about this HBCU, because I want to stay in, because HBCUs is what we need to be doing out here in these streets. I'm just saying, but this is a mess. Mm-hmm. Okay, anyway, that's what's going on. So my group chat is going off right now, and it's Jamal Bryant and Grace.
Okay.
They're going, because we're getting texts about what's going on. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Ty McMurray said,
it'll work out.
You think so?
Yes.
But see, she really, this is the thing. She really wants to be on campus.
Yeah. Because
she wants to be in the mix.
She should be, yeah.
Right. So, and it's like, you're off campus. The car, you have to get a car, furnish this place.
Yeah. I definitely think you shouldn't move off campus until at least your junior year.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you did everything that you're supposed to do, which was apply for your housing and all that, then you should get the housing. Okay. So back to the story of Ty McMurray. Hi, ladies. I have lived in my luxury apartment for 4 years. Every year I submit a request to have my walls touched up and paint, not a complete paint job, just a touch up on the corners and stuff. This year, after I submitted the request, the maintenance team dropped a bucket of paint on my floor. Oh, no, on my door, to my door. I don't know. Anyway, no paintbrush or nothing, just a half-used bucket of paint. They eventually picked it up after I left it there. They left it there for a couple of nights, and they eventually picked it up. So I submitted another request. Ladies, they not only closed the second request out as completed, but my walls are still not painted. Are they being reasonable or shady? I don't want to come across as crazy paint man, but I really want to curse their asses out. What would y'all do?
That is insane. So your apartment needs to be painted.
Yeah.
And you tell the apartment management, and they said, here's a bucket of paint. Do it yourself. What?
That is wild.
Yeah, no. That's crazy.
And why would they even trust the tenant to be able to do a good job?
I mean, that's drop the bucket of paint off. And this is a luxury apartment building?
It's not. That should we should, okay. So Ty, we want you to know you don't live in luxury.
You don't live
honey.
in a luxury apartment building. That's true. Right.
That's number one.
Right.
Okay. And we might be being shady, but that's number one.
Yeah.
There's no luxury here. And number two, yes, they're being shady.
That's crazy. Because for them to say, okay, well, let me give him paint, that means you know that it's your responsibility.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Otherwise, if it's not your responsibility, then don't even give him the paint.
Right.
So they know it's your responsibility, but they're going to just think that he's going to do it. That's so crazy to me. Yeah, no, they are super shady.
Yes.
They're whack. They're cheap. They are not luxury. You need to tell them about themselves. Tell them they're not luxury.
Yes. Cuss them out. Talk to the management.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, is this one of those things where it's like, okay, the only thing that will really make a change is if you publicly, write reviews?
Yes, maybe. But I do kind of want to know, why do you need to get your place painted every year?
Is that what he said?
Yeah. I've been in my apartment for 4 years. And every year I submit a request to have my walls touched up. Like, why do you need your walls touched up? What are you doing in that house that you need your walls touched up every year?
That's a good question.
And
right,
it's actually not their responsibility to touch it up every year.
Yeah, maybe it's not their responsibility to touch it up. It would be more so their responsibility. That's their responsibility when you move out.
Yes.
To paint over for the next tenant.
Right.
Okay. It would be their responsibility if there was some sort of damage.
Yes.
That
you caused.
Well, no, that wasn't his fault. That they so say there was like a leak from upstairs or whatever. I don't know, some sort of damage. But yeah, I guess you know what?
You know what, Ty? We changing our tune on this whole thing.
I missed that part where he said
every year I submit a request. Why? So really, they just because you do this every year and you're really not supposed to. They just gave you the bucket of paint and said, ball out.
Right.
Yeah, do it yourself.
So the reason why they gave him the bucket of paint was, okay, this is the color that matches your wall.
Yes.
Not, here, it's our responsibility.
Yeah.
Let me do it for you. Yeah, you know what, Ty? It's not
and
their
now
responsibility to touch your walls.
No, it's not. And now I'm back to, this is a luxury apartment.
Yeah.
Right? And you're acting crazy.
Right. If your walls need to be touched up every year, first of all, what are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing? Are you just what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
And is it because you're moving furniture, you're, brushing up against the wall, you're touching the wall with your hands? That's not their fault.
That's not their fault. Clean your hands.
Yeah.
How about that? Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Sticky hands. And no, you shouldn't be cussing nobody out. Matter of fact, you should get cussed out.
Yeah.
Ty. Okay. So I want, we have, okay, let's read this one. Okay. Yeah. So we have 9 rude habits you don't realize that you're doing every day.
Yeah.
Rob, I don't think I should read this because I think I do them all.
You probably do.
I do.
I know I do some. Okay.
So this is 9 rude habits that everyone does that you don't even know you're being rude.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Skipping introductions.
Huh? Like what you mean?
So if you are with another person and you run into someone that you know and you're talking to that person and you don't introduce the person that you're with to the person that you run into.
Yeah, I don't really do that. I'll introduce it. Well, it depends.
So I get stuck sometimes because a lot of people, I don't know the other person's name.
Okay, that's true.
But
that's a way for you to find out the name.
I know, right?
Yes.
To be like, oh, hey, this is my friend.
Yeah.
Susie, and then Susie be like, hi,
yes,
I'm Susie. And then the other person says,
this is their name.
Yes.
You can figure that. I feel like if I don't care about you, right, then why am I making these introductions?
Right. But sometimes it's like uncomfortable if you're sitting there, you're with a friend and then someone comes up to you or you meet someone, whatever, and it's uncomfortable. That person's just like kind of like standing there. Yeah.
I always feel like how long the converswant like if it's a 30-seconder, we don't have to do all this intro.
Exactly.
Yeah. But if it's a long conversation, then you might want to do it. Yeah. Okay.
I think I go both ways with that. Okay. I'm guilty of that. Showing up empty-handed. So if you show up to like an event at someone's house and you don't bring a gift.
Okay, so I don't think that's
rude.
I don't think so. Okay. I come to your house, Robyn, all the time.
Right.
I'm not bringing anything but my smile.
Right. But that is like you're coming Okay, I'm guilty of this. Call me rude then, because first of all, I feel like it depends on what the occasion is.
Okay.
If it's someone's birthday, okay, you show up with a little small gift or whatever.
Right.
But if it's just like, hey, I'm having a group of people over, let's get together. I don't necessarily think everyone needs to bring something.
No. And if it's if it's like a housewarming or whatever, then like if it's the first time you're at somebody's house, I think you should bring something. I think every time after that, it's up to you.
Right.
So the first time, if you don't, you're rude.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says even a personalized thank you card goes a long way. It can be a bouquet, a bottle of wine, or a batch of homemade cookies. Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
No.
And honestly, if I'm bringing you like a bottle of anything, it's just something that I'm not drinking. It's like
me.
It's
too.
like I'm adding junk to your. Actually, I did that recently. 4th of July, some friends invited us over, and I was like, oh, should I bring anything? And she's like, oh, I got it. No, you don't need to bring anything, but if you want to bring whatever you're drinking, fine. Mm-hmm. So I grabbed a bottle of mezcal that someone gifted to me.
Okay.
And I transferred it to her house.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to drink it.
You could have given it to me. I drink it.
You do?
Anyway,
Okay.
Do you have any more?
No.
Okay. Who'd you get it from? Aaron?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I saw her recently.
Oh,
so
really?
This is Aaron from New York, Housewives of New York.
Yeah.
And first of all, Eric or somebody, no, Queens of Bravo.
Okay.
Hi, Queens of Bravo, we love you.
Hi, Queens of Bravo.
Told her that I love mezcal.
Oh.
So she DM'd me. She was like, I heard you love mezcal. I'm like, who told you that? And I thought it was Eric because Eric's working on that show. So, and then I was even like, it couldn't have been Eric. She said Queens of Bravo. I'm like, how did Queens of Bravo know this? So she sent me a couple of bottles.
Okay.
And I was so grateful. So the other day, we were at the little party.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, they serve my stuff here at the venue.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, perfect. 2 for me.
Oh,
and
nice.
So I ordered her stuff. So
I should have given it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it in Watch What Happens Live. Like she put it in like all the dressing rooms. And stuff.
Yes.
So I like, took it home.
And I didn't know that was her putting it in the rooms.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was her own company.
Oh, okay.
So once it all came together, I was like, girl, you have totally hooked me up.
Got it.
Because one time I gave Jason really took the one from Watch What Happens Live.
Okay.
So I have it all up in my house. Thank you, Aaron.
Okay. So so mezcal is not tequila, right?
Mezcal is like small. It's even better.
Okay.
It's even better than the tequila. It's very small batch, and the way that they cook it up or whatever, it's like the finest of the fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you like it?
I do, and it's smoky.
Okay.
So it makes me feel like I'm important when I drink it.
Okay.
Because I am.
I gave mine away.
Great.
Okay, so I'm guilty of this. Using speakerphone in public. I am so guilty of this.
Me too. Why is that rude?
Because I guess no one wants to hear your conversation.
Okay.
It says just because you're enthralled in your conversation doesn't mean the entire room is. Whether in a waiting room, workplace, or home with other family members, keeping your call to yourself is polite. If you simply can't stand holding the phone to your ear, invest in some headphones. I cannot stand headphones. I can't stand AirPods. They hurt my ears.
Right.
They're uncomfortable. And then I don't want to hold the phone to my ear because I don't want the radio waves from the phone next to my ear.
Yes, or messing up your makeup or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on speakerphone all the time.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
So that's considered rude.
We're rude.
Okay.
Okay.
Texting while walking is considered rude.
Wait a minute. I can't do that anymore, guys. I cannot. I have to stop. If I'm texting, I have to stop walking.
Yeah.
I can't do both. It's like chewing gum and walking. Remember back in the days, they used to be like, she's so dumb. She can't
chew gum and walk at the same time.
Guess what?
I
must be dumb because I can't text and walk. I cannot.
I would say it's not safe. It's not smart. It's really not.
I can't even do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't advise to do it. And I really I'm usually not in a scenario where I'm texting and walking. Like that feels like, okay, you're walking through like New York City and you're texting and walking. Like,
and your head is down and you're running into people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm not doing that.
Can't do it.
This one I do for sure. Checking your phone while driving.
Yes.
Yes.
And I can text and drive, which you should not do.
Don't do that.
Yes, but I cannot walk and text.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Don't do that. But it is annoying when you're at a light and the person at the front is like looking down on their phone and the light changes, especially like if it's like a left turn arrow.
Yeah.
And they freaking, they're sitting there and you're like realizing that their light is green and they're sitting there because they're on their phone and you're honking. And then finally they go and then everyone else is stuck at the light.
Yes. Rude.
Yes.
That should be on the list. Is that on the list?
Well, I think that's a result of checking your phone while driving.
Okay.
Forgetting please and thank you. Yes. That is super rude.
That's super rude.
Very courteous.
Yes.
Great manners.
Me too.
However, yes, I see people all the time. Oh, this could have been a shady moment. Leaving Chipotle.
Okay. and you had your full order.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone in my family, I'm not going to name their name. Could be me. It could
Juan.
be Juan. It could be Corey. It could be Carter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say Juan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could. Who? We were walking out.
Yeah.
And they held the door open for the person that was walking behind us.
Okay.
And that person walked through and didn't say thank you.
No. And then what did the person holding the door do?
Said, well, damn, you could say thank you.
That was Juan. What?
And then the person walking through was like, I didn't ask you to hold the door for me. You were
no
just there
way
holding the door. It was a thing.
In Chipotle?
It was a thing.
That could have been your shady moment.
Yes. It
Okay.
I literally had to get in the middle and say, can you walk away?
Yeah.
Can you leave?
Okay.
I mean, he was like, you must be hungry. You haven't eaten yet, have you? Like,
not you mad because you hungry.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It was a whole thing.
That would have been a whole thing.
But because the dude refused to say thank you.
Oh, it was a guy?
It was a guy. Yes.
Oh, okay. So this is even worse.
Yes.
Because definitely,
yes,
you see a man holding the door for you.
Right.
You should be like, oh, thanks, man.
Right.
Something.
And
you say nothing, and then you catch an attitude about it?
Yes.
Wow.
That
could have gone to blows.
That's why I had to step in and say,
that could have gone
get out of here.
To blows.
Yes.
Now, was he by himself? The guy?
Yes.
No way. He'd have lost that fight.
He was very sassy.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. He would have lost that fight. Actually, I want to see that go down. I'm the worst. Okay. So somebody recently told me that she was like, Gizelle, I always have to protect you out here in these streets because the man at the gas station said that, you're so rude to him. I said, you're lying.
What?
First of all, there's only one man at the gas stations that I go to. There's a man. The gas station I go to all the time, there's a man there, and we always wave.
Right.
Hey, how you doing? You need anything? You looking good, sis? Okay, thank you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So and you don't live in my neighborhood.
Right.
So there's that. But I take pride in the fact that I always say please and thank you.
Right.
So stop lying on me.
Yes.
Okay, I'm done. And y'all will see that on season 9 of The Real Housewives of Potomac.
And I can't stand when well, maybe you will. I don't know. You know how they edit shit.
Yeah.
But I can't stand when I go, like, say I'm going up to like an establishment, a person's like ringing me out or whatever, and they don't say hello. They just say, can I take your order? Or even they just start ringing your stuff and they don't speak. I'm like, well, damn, hi, how are you? Like, I feel like I'm most often the one that has to
initiate.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. We need to do better as a society.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if you're working in a service position.
Yeah. It's kind of like your job too.
Yeah.
And you're the customer. The customer's always right.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Using your cell phone while ordering is considered rude. And I agree.
I don't even know how you do that. How do you use your cell phone and order?
This happens mainly at counter service locations. In their prime time for taking personal calls. So sometimes you get a phone, like say you're ordering something, you're at Starbucks and you're about to order a coffee and your phone rings or you're on the phone and you're like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. Oh, can I get a venti, something blah, blah. Yeah, girl, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And,
Okay. Okay, true. That's rude. Okay, so I was on a date and me and a guy were like walking into the restaurant and I was on an important phone call. Important in my, I don't know who I was talking to. I was just important. I mean, I was on the phone, so that should tell you it was important.
Yeah.
So we walking in the restaurant, and before we walk in the restaurant, he stops me. He's like, "Should we wait?" I'm like, "Wait for what?" So he was like, I was like, no, we need to go sit down. So I'm still on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the phone. We sit in our seat. I'm still on the phone a little bit. I'm wrapping it up. I'm off the phone.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, that's the rudest shit I've ever seen.
Ooh.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Ooh.
So he was like, can you just walk into a restaurant being on the phone?
Ooh. How many dates you been on with this person?
Oh, wait, he's gone. Okay. So I was like,
but it's kind of true.
It's not. I didn't go up to the lady and say, hi, we're here for our reservation.
Right. He
did that. I
right.
didn't interface with anyone.
Right.
He's like, you can't walk through a restaurant on the phone. Why can't you? I wasn't talking. I was actually listening.
Right.
So, we're clearly not together, but, I thought that was rude. I didn't think I was being rude.
Right. But I can see where it's like, okay, maybe you didn't think you were being rude, but I can see where it's advised not to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, okay, certain things that you probably shouldn't really do. And it can be perceived as rude or, just like not being aware of your surroundings.
Right. But I've seen people walk into restaurants and they're actually on their phone, and I don't find them rude. I'm not connected to them. I'm not talking to them. I don't know them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. I think it's like, okay, if you walk in and someone's seating you and, if the server is like, oh, hi, how are you? And you're on your phone. And you're like, yeah, okay.
That's different.
Whatever. Okay. But if he was handling that, then it's a little bit different. Yeah. I could see it kind of.
And his panties were in his bunch about a lot of things.
But he probably was just in his feelings that you were on the phone anyway.
Yeah.
That's what he was.
So just say that.
Yeah.
And get your panties out your butt.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
But in our society where the phone has just been such a part of our society, I think we do need to cut back on how prevalent it is when we are out in public.
True. Okay. How do you feel about Busta Rhymes at the Essence Festival?
What happened? I don't know.
So Busta Rhymes he's at Essence. Uh-huh. And have you ever been to Essence?
No.
Okay. So at Essence, you're up there and you are doing your thing. Mm-hmm. And the crowd is not necessarily your crowd, right? Because they're not buying tickets to see you. They're buying tickets to see everybody.
Okay.
So they might not be in tune to your who and what you are.
Okay.
So I think he felt like he wasn't getting enough crowd participation.
Oh.
So he was like, everybody holding up a cell phone, put it down, put it down. Where I come from, back in the day, nobody have no phones. He called them something. Put them alien holders down or something. So everybody was like, okay, it's good time to go to the bathroom now.
Right.
Like, it's now time for a snack break.
Yeah.
So he kept screaming at the crowd, and he shouldn't have.
Oh, wow. I missed that.
Yeah. Actually, just do your set.
Yeah.
And keep it pushing.
I mean.
I understand what he's saying.
Yeah. I get that. And I'm sure. But that's a different crowd. It's like people are there to see not necessarily him. They're probably just waiting to see somebody else.
Yes.
So for him, but if he's used to performing in crowds that choose to be there for him, then maybe they're a little more engaged. And he's just like, felt like he was like performing for himself.
Yeah. But he was doing the most. But like, if that is your job, if you're a performer, entertainer in any capacity, you have to adapt to the sign of the times.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like Beyonce ain't screaming, put your phone down. Don't be videotaping me. Like, no.
Right.
Actually, it brings more exposure to you, sir.
Right. So was it that they were like recording him or they were like just looking on their phones,
they're recording him.
Scrolling Instagram?
They're recording him.
Oh.
So he's like, that's distracting to.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like they were just like looking on their phone. Like,
well, they were probably doing that too.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Busta, you haven't had a new hit in how many years?
A long time. But I feel like if he performs the hits that we know, that's going to make people jump.
Yes. So do that.
Yeah.
Start making people take a snack break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
But yeah, if they're recording you, let them record you.
All right.
But that's the same. Uh-huh. I saw something recently. Just a couple more. I saw something recently where a bride was walking down the aisle and she was telling people, "Put your phones down. Put your phones down." She wasn't being rude about it, but she was like, she wanted them to be in the moment.
So she should have taken, because I've been to weddings and they've taken my phone.
Yeah.
So she should have done that.
Well, I mean, I don't think you have to go that far, but I think maybe you can have your host when they're seating people or when people walk in and say, the bride would love for you to be just fully
engaged,
immersed in the experience. We're going to video it if you want video later, but please don't use your phone.
Yeah,
but I don't think But I don't really agree with a regular person. You probably were at a celebrity's wedding when they took your phone.
Well, not necessarily, but I just felt like it was written.
Yeah.
And it was in the invitation, and when you got there, it was written. It was like, did they take it? I've been to 2. One, they took it.
Yeah.
The other one, they said, please do not take pictures. Please do not take any video or pictures or whatever, because then you're posting,
right?
And they don't have the opportunity to post first or whatever. So I respected that.
Yeah, yeah, and that makes sense. I don't think you should take them, but I do think there's nothing wrong with the bride or the bridal party or whatever saying like, please don't have your phones out. Please save that moment for us.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah.
If I was invited to your wedding, I would have videotaped the entire thing. The end.
And that's why you weren't.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
Okay. What else we got?
Next, not tipping enough. When in doubt, tip at least 20% if someone is preparing and serving your meal.
No. It says 20.
It said when in doubt.
When in doubt, tip 20. No, 20 is like you're doing good.
Yeah.
It's 20. Okay. Tell me how you tip.
I 20%.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if
and honestly, it's because 20 is easy for me to calculate. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like, oh, let me do 18%.
Okay, but what if you're at Chipotle and
okay. No. So then it says for takeout, you might get away with tipping a little less because you aren't getting dine-in service. But remember, restaurant workers count on these tips for their livelihood. So yeah. That's more so for like someone is preparing and serving your meal.
Right, 20%.
Sure.
Yeah.
But at like a Chipotle, zero shit. Like, or sometimes a couple dollars.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll do it like, okay, if I'm at like, how many things did you prepare? Right. Yes. So it's like, if I order 4 bowls, then I'll give you $4. Like you're at a bar.
$1 bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. But how about a taxi ride? Because this happened to me recently.
Oh, I think I shared this. The taxi, it was in New York, and the option was like 30%,
yes,
40%,
yes,
45%. I said, where is 20%?
Where is 15%?
Where's 10%?
Where is I'm gonna give you $1 over player?
And I think they do that for the people who are too lazy to like think. It's like so people just pick a number.
Yeah, no.
But it's like, no, that shit said 30. It started at 30%.
No. I know how to count.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a no.
I said no. I said, where is 10, 15, and 20?
Yes. First of all, taxi driver, this is what you do. You didn't do anything extra here.
Right.
You just got me to where I'm supposed to go.
Right.
Okay. Moving on.
Yes. And then lastly, wearing too much perfume. Some individuals are sensitive to certain smells, and sitting next to someone doused in a half a bottle of perfume can be downright painful.
Yeah. I think that depends upon what is the perfume.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's Gina Tay or Avon or something, Calvin Klein, the first oration, it's a no.
Yeah.
But if it's something high end that smells really good, whatever.
Okay. So how many sprays is too much?
I don't know, but I spray 20 at least all over my body. I'm spraying, and I'm spraying different kinds. Like, I like all my perfumes.
Yeah, you're saying you layer.
Yeah.
You spray at least 20.
Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on.
See, that would give me a headache.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many is that?
Wow.
Okay, that's 1. I put it down, and then I take another. I'm like, shh. That's okay. So it's probably 10. 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And is this on your clothes or on your just
on my? It's both.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like toxic. You're not really supposed to put perfume on your skin because there's toxins in the perfume.
Not my perfume.
Okay.
My perfume is a very what's the word? Expensive.
Okay.
Expensive. All right. Anyway, we're out of here, guys. We love y'all so much. Don't ever forget to live your life either reasonable or shady.
Or both. Bye.
Bye.